Okay, so this time we're going to learn about components, which is an absolutely critical part of using SketchUp. If you don't understand components, if you don't use them, you're going to have a very difficult time. So make sure you understand this, and if you need to re-watch this video, just do so until you get it. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to create a pole, and then we're going to duplicate that pole until we have a field of poles. Okay, and you'll see what I mean in a second. So we're going to draw a circle on the ground. I just drag it out, and I'm going to type in 3. So it has a 3-inch radius, so 6-inch diameter. P on my keyboard, and I'm going to pull that, and I'm going to pull it up 72 inches or 6 feet. Easy, okay? For good measure, I'm going to go under here, under materials. I'm going to select metal and something shiny, put it on there, and we can close that. Okay, at this point, I want to select this, and if I triple click on it, it selects everything that is touching it. And I'm going to say make component, say pole, create. Now it's a component, and you're going to see why that's important in a minute. Okay. So now I want to make a couple of copies. So I'm going to choose the space bar, select my pole, type M to move, and click the control button, and move this in the direction of the green axis. 16 feet. I'm going to move it 16 feet or copy it. And then I'm going to use the divide key, the one under the question mark, 2. And that's going to tell it to divide that space in 2 in between. And it will automatically put a third pole in there halfway between. Now I can change that number simply by retyping it and hitting enter and have as many as I want, but for this case I'm going to leave it at 2. Now I go back to select, and I want to select all of my components. I'm going to do the same thing in the other direction. So I'm going to type M for move, Control for copy, move it in the red direction, type in 16 feet, /2, and now I have a 9-pole grid at 8-foot intervals. So now here's where the beauty of components really comes in. So press my space bar to make sure I select, and then double click, and you see it opens the component. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit here so I can select the top. I'm going to hit P for push pull, and I'm going to pull it up 24 inches, making its total height 8 feet. And you can see what's happening. All the other components are being altered as well. And I go back to select, I click outside that component box, and you can see they've all changed. Similarly, I can double click it, go into my materials, change the texture of it. Let's try metal panel, see what that looks like, and click, and they've all changed. Now notice one more thing. If I go under edit to undo that, it takes me through undo close. So it reopens my component, and then I'm going to do undo paint, undo open, and now I've got them back to the way I wanted it. Okay, so for your exercise, you're going to do this, and then we'll go on from there.